The woman happened to glance out the window and noticed the man across the street seemed to be staring at her. At the time she didn't think much of it, assuming he was just idly looking around in his free time. But the next day while they were out for a walk, they saw something happening at the apartment across the street. A man was sitting blankly in the back of an ambulance. When Lisa looked in his direction, the man locked eyes with her and stared intensely. Lisa's heart nearly jumped out of her chest. She quickly pulled her husband away from the scene. It wasn't until the following day that she learned from the news that a woman had been murdered the night before, and that same eerie man had discovered the body. This made Lisa suddenly feel uneasy. She shared her worry with her husband, saying that a man across the street seemed to be watching them every night. But her husband was only concerned about their boss coming over for dinner that evening. During casual conversation after the meal, Lisa heard something that chilled her even more. Just a month ago in this very neighborhood, another woman had been killed inside her home, and the manner of death was exactly the same as the most recent victim. They suspected it was the work of the same killer. Everyone at the table treated it like a spooky little story, but Lisa once again felt a wave of intense unease. Soon the case appeared on the front page of the newspaper. The victims' names were published. Lisa looked them up and sure enough, it was part of a serial case. The killer seemed to be driven by a twisted craving for murder. One woman had survived, but what she said during her interview sent a chill straight through Lisa's bones. At that very moment Lisa sensed a shadow behind her. She hesitated and slowed her pace, but the person behind her sped up. Only then did Lisa let out a breath of relief. Maybe she really had just been too jumpy lately, so she decided to watch a movie to relax. The theater was nearly empty, with only a few people scattered around. Lisa chose a seat with no one nearby and sat down, but shortly after she did, a man came in and sat directly behind her. It seemed like he had deliberately chosen that spot. A wave of fear immediately returned. Lisa gathered her courage and turned to glance. The man slowly leaned closer toward her. No longer able to contain her fear, she leapt to her feet and ran. She instinctively made her way to a more crowded area and entered a supermarket. Just as she began to feel safe again, she spotted a man nearby glancing at her suspiciously. Lisa quickly walked ahead, using the shelves to block his view, but the man started following her. She carefully turned her head to check and saw that his shoes were exactly the same as the man's from the theater.